Pokebabs! Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokebabs. If you're concerned about what happened with me in the last video, I can at least say that I am back, and yep, I'm back. So today we're looking at a deck that's featuring cards from the new Steam Siege, and I'm pretty excited about this. There's a lot of interesting cards that have some potential, especially in the next format, and so just messing around with some of those kinds of cards right now. And today we're looking at a Yanmega Vileplume deck, and it's kind of similar. It's built sort of similarly to the Vileplume Vespiquen deck that did really well. I think it was in States this last season. But we've got Vileplume, and you know about this. It's for item lock, and yep, neither you nor your opponent can play items once Vileplume comes down into the field. We can get it down on turn 1, or the turn that we played on the Oddish, using this Forest Giant Plants, which allows you to evolve immediately. And then we've got, instead of Vespiquen, we've got a different attacker, and it's this Yanmega. And so it's got this cool ability called Sonic Vision. If you have exactly 4 cards in your hand, ignore all energy in the attack cost of each of this Pokemon's attacks. So what's great about this is it uses, even though the attack's got this 3 energy cost, you can use it for free as long as we have 4 cards at hand. It's kind of similar to the Yanmega Prime that was a popular deck back in Heart Gold Soul Silver format, and there you had to match your hand size with your opponent, but here it just needs to be 4. So manipulating your hand size to 4 is not super difficult. It can be a little bit tougher with Vileplume out, but that's the idea there. And then the attack is pretty good too. 50 plus 70 if your opponent has a tool on their active. So there's a lot of times your opponents... what's nice is it makes it pretty much anything a 2-shot, especially if it's... see, like if it's got a Fighting Fairy Belt on it, you hit for 120 twice. So that should knock out pretty much anything that's got a Fighting Fairy Belt on it. So kind of nice there. And then we've got this Yanmega Break. And it's got the attack barrier break. It does 100, and it's not affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So this is great because it basically guarantees your 2-shot with anything. It does have it doesn't hit for weakness, unfortunately. So sometimes against something like a Zygarde that has a Fighting Fairy Belt, we actually Assault Boom and we can take a 1-hit knockout. So that's kind of fun. So we can evolve into the Yanmega and the Yanmega Break on our first turn as well, which is fantastic. We've got this Unown that just helps us draw more cards. Helps you get your hand size where you need it to be. So if you have your hand size at 4, or if you have your hand size at 3 and you need to go up to 4, you can use Farewell Letter, draw another card. So that's nice. Just playing 3 of those. And the Yanmega line is a 4-4-3. The reason being, we don't really always need this Yanmega Break. And in addition, we have Revitalizer, which allows us to get 2 grass Pokemon from our discard pile back to our hand. So when you're setting up and you're trying to get yourself into the Vileplume or trying to get yourself into the Yanmegas, this Revitalizer helps you get that set up pretty early. You can discard a Break or a Vileplume early on with an Ultra Ball, for example, or a Sycamore, and then get it back with a Revitalizer. Playing 4 Acro Bike. We're playing 2 Level Ball to search for the Oddish, Gloom, and Yanma, as well as Unown. And there are 2 Revitalizer, 4 Trainers Mail, so we can find those items we need to get ourselves either the lock or the Yanmega, or both, really early on. Hopefully turn 1. 2 AZ. This is actually the only card, I believe, pretty much in this list that is not going to be in the new standard format. And so I actually built this with that in mind. I wanted to keep these cards... I wanted this deck to be pretty much what it's going to be in next season's standard. So the AZ, I'm sure we could replace with something else, but for the moment, AZ is just too good. So we're going to keep the AZ in there. We got 4 Judge. You and your opponent both shuffle their hand and draw 4. shuffle hand to your deck and draw 4, which is great. That puts us, so if you play Judge right at the end of your turn, then you're guaranteed to be able to use Sonic Vision and do your attacks for free. And then we've got 2 Lysandre, pretty key in bringing up those heavy Pokemon EX or something that's got a tool on it so you can take a knockout. We've got 2 Misty's Determination. Now this is kind of an interesting card. It was featured in the Vileplume Vespiquen deck that won, I believe it was Great Britain or England's Nationals, and it's nice in this deck as well because it helps you get the card you need to get the hand size you need. So say your hand size is 5. The nice thing with Misty's Determination is you actually discard a card with it, and then you get a look at your top 8 cards and grab a card there. It's also nice because you don't have to reveal the card, so you can set yourself up for the next turn and your opponent doesn't really know what you're doing necessarily. Or you can grab maybe the Yanmega piece that you need. It's pretty nice early game. Maybe you need a Revitalizer and that's it and you'll be set up. So it could be good on that turn 1. It's also good later. We're playing 2N. This is helpful early game, but also can be helpful mid game when you have 4 prizes left or 5 prizes and you're going to play N and then you play 1 more card, something like that. Kind of nice. We're just playing 1 Sycamore. Don't actually want to be discarding much stuff all that often, and really, I've noticed you burn through this deck pretty quickly. So, playing 4 Forest Giant Plants, we do need that because we do want to hit that on the turn 1 for sure. Playing 2 Assault Vest, and this is for a few reasons. There's a lot of special energy in the format right now, especially with Special Charge coming out. People are going to be playing Special Energy. I think that a Muscle Band would be good as well, but since I'm trying to make this for the new format, we're going to try out with Assault Vest instead, which reduces the attacks of Pokemon with Special Energy by 40. So, kind of nice. It's also nice because since I am playing this during the Worlds format, there's going to be Night March out there, and it helps against Night March. And then 2 Float Stone so that we can retreat out of our Vileplume and whatnot. So let's take a look at how this deck does in action, and let's get into some games. Alrighty, let's go into a match here. I like Trains 400. He likes trains. Alright, so I call heads. We get heads. Awesome. He'll be going first. Hopefully we can get down. Maybe we can get down the Vileplume lock. We start Yanma. That's always solid. So we're going first. We will not bench anything else. So we'll see what else we have in our. What else whether our opponent's playing, what we draw into. And I wonder if they're playing Charizard sleeves. Playing a Shaymin-EX. Alright, well that's actually really good. If we can get the lock. Okay, well, Acro Bike first. A Level Ball for sure, because we want a Level Ball. We want to see if we can get this Vileplume out. Let's see, do we have Vileplume? We only play 2, so sometimes... Okay, so we do have both Vileplume. I think we have all of our Pokemon, which is kind of... Oh, wait, no, we don't. We're missing 2 Unown, but that's not that bad. That's actually kind of nice to get those off the prizes. So we'll grab Oddish, and hopefully we get a Force Giant Plants off of here. Acro Bike, okay, maybe. Come on, Forest. Okay, we'll do Trainers Mail. All right, come on, Force Giant Plants. Okie dokie. Well, let's go Level Ball. Let's take a chance. Level Ball for our 1 Unown. And we will Farewell Letter and hope that we draw a Force Giant Plants. Oh, Revitalizer. Okay. Well, that makes me willing to discard Gloom and Lysandre. We'll grab another Shaymin. I think I might want to grab another Shaymin, because there's not much else to put down on the field right now. Yeah, we'll just grab another Shaymin. put down Yanma. Put down Shaymin-EX. Yes, we'll draw. Alrighty, we got to force giant plants. So we could Revitalizer right now. I think we're gonna wait and actually Ultra Ball away. Yeah, this sounds good. So we'll Ultra Ball that. We could grab the Vileplume to ensure the lock. I think that might be nice. That way we ensure the lock. So we'll grab Vileplume. Yeah, I won't play Revitalizer yet. We'll set up. Alright, awesome. Wow, okay, that's fantastic. So we'll Revitalizer. Grab Gloom and Yanmega BREAK. We'll evolve to Gloom. We don't have a Float Stone, but I think that's going to be okay. Let's see. We'll evolve into Yanmega. We'll evolve into... Let's see. So if we evolve there, we're going to have... It's hard to know what to do in this type of situation. I think the right play is... It's kind of nice to get the breakout when you can. Because then we guarantee... Yeah, I think we'll break evolve. We won't put anything else down. We'll just go for the Vileplume. That way next turn, whatever we draw, as long as our opponent doesn't end us, we can barrier break to do 100 and put a ton of pressure on our opponent. So now they really are essentially on a 2-turn clock. They need to get Pokemon down. They need to do something. So we'll see what happens here. We see an Entei coming down. We see a Fire Energy, so maybe they're going to retreat into Entei, but that would be totally fine with me as well. And we see a Hoopa. Okay. Huh. Hoopa in Entei? Or maybe Entei is in some other deck. Or maybe it's Volcanion. Oh, that'd be interesting. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have Volcanion-EX. That is interesting. I've not played against a Volcanion deck yet. I actually think that I like Volcanion with the non-EX Volcanion with Volcanion-EX, but it could work with Entei as well. Alright, so we're just going to barrier break for 100 damage. Now they can retreat out obviously manually, but we're setting up for a KO later with a Lysandre. I know we did discard one Lysandre, which could hurt us, but let's see what happens here. Opponent is under item lock, so it's possible they're just holding a bunch of items in hand. See a Fire going to Entei. Question is, will they retreat into Entei, and if they do they have a Blacksmith? Either way, it's not that big of a deal. It's kind of weird. So we actually almost wanted our opponent to put down a tool on Entei, but since we have the break, probably either way it was going to have to be a 2-hit. We just see a pass. Wow, so our opponent's okay with that apparently, and we will just evolve into Yanmega, and I'm actually going to retreat because we have free retreat, and we'll just hit the Shaymin for 50 with Assault Boom. That way we can hit for a... That way, I mean, I don't know. Our opponent would need a double colorless and a Blacksmith, but they could take a knockout. So, just don't really want that to be a possibility. The question is, are we going to be able to lower our hand size next turn? We don't have any supporters, unfortunately. We've only played one Judge, so... We can play the Unown, we can play Yanma, but what else? We see just a Flame Screen for 30. We get an AZ. Okay. Alright. AZ makes me think there's a way. So if we Unown and Yanma and AZ. Let's see what Unown gets us. Well, Feral Letter. Force Giant Plants. That's not helpful. Put down Yanma. Might have to sacrifice something this turn. Or we could AZ a Shaymin, but it's not going to help us. Oh, well, we could AZ Vileplume. Yeah, that's our way to do it. So we AZ Vileplume. Our opponent's not going to probably be able to take a knockout on... Well, they could with a DCE and a Steam Up, but let's see what we can do here. So, so that's what's nice about this Assault Vest. So we'll put down Assault Vest. Let's see. When we put down Oddish, let's just see what we can do here. So Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume. Okay, great. Yeah, so we can just put the lock right back on. There we go. That worked. And our opponent just concedes because the item lock was just too much for them. So, wow. There's a win for Yanmega BREAK Vileplume. So, pretty awesome there. We'll go into another match here and see what we can go up against. But, yeah, the item lock there, just too much for our opponent. Alrighty, so we're going into another match here against Arsenal TG. Maybe they're a fellow Arsenal fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. Fan of the soccer team, Arsenal. And we are going to go first again, which is great. Again, maybe we can get that lockdown. We actually have a great start for it. The Acro Bike, Acro Bike on our top deck are going to be pretty important, but otherwise we're looking in it's a decent hand. We see a Judge. Okay, so we'll Acro Bike first. Yanma, not Yanmega. Okay, this is fantastic. We're going to get so much set. I mean, we're going to be... Wow, okay. So, and we're going up... It's a Geomancy. Okay, so we can go into Yanma, Force the Giant Plants, Revitalizer, Yanmega, Yanmega BREAK, Gloom, Judge. We'll put our opponent down to a low hand size. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is crazy. Okay. So we could... we'll Acro Bike once. That's funny. Alright, we'll grab a Lysandre. We could Acro Bike again. Yeah, we'll Acro Bike again. Float Stone, Ultra. So many Ultra Balls. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna just discard it anyway. So we'll grab Ultra Ball. Play Ultra Ball, discard Ultra Ball and Ultra Ball. And we'll grab a Shaymin-EX. Oh, it's our only one. Okay, good to keep in mind. We'll play Shaymin-EX. We're looking for a Vileplume. Our opponent, I don't know what our opponent would do if we played Vileplume. Alright, so we didn't get it yet. We'll play down a Trainers Mail. I've got a Judge. Okay. And our opponent just concedes. Wow. Alright. Maybe their hand was really bad and they were worried about Vileplume. We did not have the Vileplume. We weren't going to get it, but we'll take a win. We will take a win. We're going into another match here against GSC God. Not sure what that means. And we're going to call the coin flip. We're going to call heads. And it is tails. Unfortunately, we did lose the coin flip there. And they are going to be going first. And we've got an interesting hand. It's definitely got potential. Alright. We're starting Yanma. And we're hoping that they... Let's see. Starting Yanma. And it's a Bronzor. Okay. Double Bronzor. So... Definitely a metal deck. I wonder if they're going to have... If they have Magirnia. That would be kind of cool to see that. Just a pass. Wow. Okay, so we have the opportunity here to get some crazy stuff going. We need to get... Alright, we'll do this. And we'll do this. We're going to grab the... Just because I didn't do much, I think I like the idea of going for the Vileplume. So we're going to grab Oddish. We can evolve into Gloom, put the Float Stone down, and Sycamore, which is a pretty nice start. If we get attack this turn, that'd be great too, but it's kind of a secondary thing in my mind right now. Alright, so we can Level Ball. We'll Level Ball, grabbing Unown. We'll Acro Bike. Okay. Put down Unown. Do I Trainers Mail or Unown? Alright, we'll Unown first. Kind of lets us look a little deeper in the deck. We get a Yanma. Okay, we were looking for an Ultra Ball here so we can get a... Okay, so we get a Judge. All right, well... Okay, so that's good for next turn. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Vileplume. But are we going to be able to attack this turn? I think we will. So we're going to Unfortunately, we won't get a knockout, but we'll be able to attack. Or we could get a knockout. We have Yanmega Break. Sweet. All right, so we'll take a knockout on the Bronzor, which will be great. We'll put down a Yanma, put down a Yanma, and we will Barrier Break for 100. So that is the power of Yanmega Break right there. Took a little finessing to get there, and there's that Lysandre. All right, so we got a Lysandre. That's nice. Hopefully the other Lysandre's not prized too. That would be... And wow, our opponent just concedes. They can't do anything. So there you go. Yanmega Vileplume. Even when you don't get out the Vileplume, your opponent is intimidated and they don't know what to do against it because you do so much damage right off the bat. And item lock has just always been strong. So sometimes your opponent just gets paralyzed. They don't know. They can't do anything and they're forced to concede. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I think we're probably going to be seeing some more stuff with Yanmega from me in the future. Really like this card. And yeah, so see you next time. Thanks. Bye.